Blessings and welcome. I'm so happy that you all made it. Let's just go ahead and close our eyes and get tuned in, and then we'll begin to play. So let's take a couple of deep breaths together. And relax. Today we're going to go on a little journey into our child self, the playful, the fun, the unmasked, the authentic self. Because that is why we are alive. That is truly why we are here. Is to be more of ourselves. To be more fun. To be more unfiltered. To be more authentic. And today I want to welcome you to check in with why you're here. If you're listening to this video recording, tune in and allow yourself to go there, to really go there. Life can change in an instant, and it doesn't matter where you are. It could be one word that somebody says, one sentence, an energetic vibrational shift. Anywhere, anytime, in a second. If you allow yourself to go there. If you allow for the heart to truly open. So I want you to visualize a light from the top of your head, a violet light going from the top of your head down into your heart. And another light, a red light, going from the bottom of your feet, from your roots, up to your heart. Now they meet in the middle and they become green. And let that green light emanate out of your heart. I want to welcome you today to reflect on what's stopping you from being truly expressive, from being unfiltered, alive, not holding back, expressing yourself. I want to welcome you today to look into these emotions that are perhaps still lingering in the body because somebody in the past didn't love you right, didn't know your love language. I want you to take those emotions out of your body today through forgiveness, so you can allow for life force energy to enter the body. We're all holding on to emotions that are trapped in our body, those memories, those people in the past who've hurt us intentionally, unintentionally. We're like a Santa Claus carrying a big bag of presents, a really heavy bag of presents. Except those are not presents Those are our childhood wounds, memories, emotions unexpressed. And we're not carrying them outside of our body. We're not carrying them on the outside like Santa Claus. We are carrying them within. So I want to welcome you to reflect, bring back a memory from the past that perhaps you may still be holding on to. I want to welcome you to bring forth a person that maybe you're having a hard time forgiving. Maybe an interaction that you're still holding on to. And then reach out your left hand and visualize a violet light. Violet light. And I want you to pull that out of your body. That memory, and put it into the light. That person who may have hurt you unintentionally, imagine their face in that violet light. Or perhaps it's you. Maybe you are very judgmental towards yourself. Imagine your own face and put it into the light, into the violet light. Now hold that violet light and make it smaller and smaller and smaller with your hands. And now you can throw it away. You no longer need it. I want to welcome you today to do these types of exercises, because the more you can take out these memories, these past emotions, the sooner you can come back to love your child self. No matter how old we get, there's still a little child inside of us who's dying to express, who wants to feel loved, who wants to feel accepted, who wants to know that somebody's listening, the child that wants to know that you make a difference. So, visualize your child self. You're 5 years old right now. Can you see it clearly? What would you say to your 5-year-old child self? What would you say to your 5-year-old child self? You know, there are these magical words, and when you say these words to somebody, okay, it's like you are. And now let's get up and shake it off. Their mother, their father, their brother, their sister, their child. I think everybody needs a little refresher. Who's hurt them in the past. You say,
the words, I'm sorry.
And this is the
Please
words
forgive
that we
me.
say to our child
I
self.
thank you, and I love you. And you change it all around. You are literally transmuting energy, bending reality of the collective painful past.
Ready?
Magic words, open your heart to the magic words. Magic
Come
words,
on, guys.
magic
It's all
words,
about these
open your
magical
heart to the
words.
magic words. It's all about forgiving. Forgiving is living. It's all about forgiving. Forgiving is living. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me.
Get that energy out of the body.
I love you. I love you. Thank you. I am so sorry. I forgive you. I love you. I thank you. Opono, 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 opono. No matter what happens, no matter what somebody says or does, feel the energy, take that energy, transmute that energy with those magical words. Allow for the heart to open. Allow for unconditional love. Magic words, open your heart to the magic words. Magic words, open your heart to the magic words.
So what dance is actually integration from the knowing of the mind to every part of our body to be able to react. So that our foot knows where to go to be at the right place at the right time. So that our hand can press on the right finger of the computer.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. Hawaiian mantra, oponopono, oponopono. Hawaiian mantra, oponopono, oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I forgive you.
Woo! Ay! So this is one of our newest songs. It was just released. You guys can go ahead and have a seat.
There are
Yeah.
these magical words.
And
When you say these words,
who here knows the Ho'oponopono?
it's like you
Yes. How'd you guys like that addition?
know
Woo! A little different, right? So what happens when we say these words? I mean, it's totally magical, right? It doesn't matter what happens around us. We just shift the vibration, bending energy, just using these words. So like it doesn't matter what somebody's complaining about. When you say the words, I am sorry, you are at that moment their father, their mother, their sister, their brother, anyone who's ever hurt them, at that moment, you become that person. And you transmute the energy of whatever is going on in an instant, just using those magical words. The vibration, everything is vibration, everything is energy. And you can take control and transmute that energy by not getting caught up in the story and just using those magical words, because they're superpower, as you guys know. So, does anyone here? What? I know. Oh, okay. Does anyone here have something that they want to transmute energetically, like maybe somebody who's hurt them in the past, or anyone who they have a hard time forgiving? Does anybody want to be my first volunteer in my beautiful love seat? Come on up, give her a hand. Woo! What's your name?
Joanne.
What is it?
Joanne.
Joanne. Nice to meet you, Joanne. Thank you for coming. Thank you. So what I do, I'm sure you're probably aware, is like channeling. I just get tuned in. Whatever comes, comes. And it'll be for you. So let's just go ahead and tune in. So, Joanna, right? Welcome. What's on your mind today? What would you like to ask? It's okay, take a deep breath. This is a safe space. Everyone here is coming from love. All here for you. Dasha.
What kind of things?
Anything.
I don't know. I feel like some things have been happening this last week.
Can you speak louder?
Oh yeah. I feel like some things have been happening recently, and I feel like it's maybe a test of boundaries. And I also drew a card from a deck, and that was boundaries and putting them all together.
So what's the scenario you're facing right now where you need to step into your power and declare your boundaries?
I've got two women really leaning on me, and I don't really know them. I feel like they want help, but I'm not sure if I should,
Wait, you need help with what? Can you ask the question again?
There's two ladies that I've met, and I barely know them, but they keep contacting me and like leaning on me for help and support, and I'm not sure if I should be too available, whether I need boundaries or whether I should just help them.
Okay. Do you feel like your cup is full? Do you feel like you have the capacity to help them, not you helping them, but spirit coming through to help them. Do you feel like you have enough power to do that because your cup is full at the moment, or do you feel like you still have some more work to do before you can help them?
Yes. Yeah, I haven't been feeling great, so probably not.
So this is what happens when people reach out and they need healing, but we still ourselves need healing, is that we are not ready because we haven't created our own love container, so our cup is not overflowing, so it's hard to give at that moment. So that's your job, is to communicate effectively and say that this is your moment, and right now that you have to fill up your own cup with love before you can help other people.
Yeah.
Because even it doesn't matter the words that we say to people. What we're giving to people ultimately is our state of being. And a lot of healers use beautiful words, but at the end of the day, deep on the inside, they don't feel the love, truly embody the love. And then they're giving up basically their garbage in a beautiful boa that is the beautiful words of advice. But it's not the advice that people get. They get who we are. Our state of being is transferred onto other people through the words, through our presence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when the cup is not full and when we ourselves are seeking more help, we are just giving people what we are. Yeah. This is why filling up your own cup first until it's overflowing, because when it's overflowing and people come, you're exploding, and just your resonance, you don't even have to tell them anything. Your resonance, your presence makes them feel the love. Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yes, you're amazing. You got this. And what's most important is you knowing you and what you need and trusting that.
Thanks.
Yeah? Good? Good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Whew. Was it useful for anybody else? Hello, welcome. Yummy. Yeah. Does anyone else have any energetic shift they want to experience? Come on up. Yes, have a seat. Yes, welcome. I'm Dasha. Hi. Will you grab the microphone so everyone can hear? Thank you. Yes, closer.
Okay.
And what would you like to transmute today?
So I have to ask a question, or
Anything, whatever you want to shift, or if you have a question, or if you want to forgive, or if you want to move on, or if you have anything that you're conflicted on.
how can I step more in my self-worth?
In your self-worth?
Worth, yeah. And how can I overcome comparing myself and jealousy?
Mm. 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 So, where's jealousy on the pyramid of consciousness in terms of a vibration that emanates out of the body? It is one of the lower vibrational states. And what happens when we are jealous? We're separating ourselves from other people because we don't truly feel and embody the love which we are. See, what's most important is to find a way for you to express yourself fully. Whatever that form of transformation is, for some people painting, for some people speaking, for some people music. and to follow that path all the way, because that's the path of self-love. Insecurities only come from a lack of understanding how powerful, beautiful, amazing, magical, in love with this universe that you are. Because when we emanate love, when we are going towards something that we love, we become a magnet. Our vibration, our aura is so powerful that it attracts other people to us. Then we are the ones that get to choose who we want to be around, who we want to be with. Nobody can compete with us when we truly walk the path of going towards something that we love, toward that one thing that our intuition keeps telling us, go there, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And you have something. You have something your intuition tells you to go do, don't you? What is it?
I want to share my voice a lot.
Share your voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Share my voice and healing.
Yes.
Channel through kind of like the soft and melting and healing, surrendering feminine energy.
Yes.
The yin energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So share your voice. Your voice is a divine expression of love. Your voice is Source channeling, coming through you, asking you to express yourself, to open up, to share, to share, to share, to share. That's your love. That's your wisdom. You don't have any time to think about anything else besides sharing of yourself through your voice. Occupy yourself by doing this thing that you love, by sharing your voice day in and day out. Create a vision, create those events. When you're going toward those things that you love, you don't have time to stop and analyze everything else, because you are so consumed with your love, with your path, with your goal, with your vision, with your expression. And you're going toward like tunnel vision. Would you have time to stop and look around if you are going toward your vision, if you have a clear vision of where you're going? And how attractive are you when you are in your power, projecting your voice, letting spirit speak, letting love pour out of you? How attractive are you? How delicious are you? How magnetic are you? How unstoppable, how powerful, how in love. Huh? And then you get a chance to choose, because you're it all the time. And you become a magnet of light, of love, and everyone comes to you. And you get to say what you want. And people come to you and they help you, because your resonance when you're doing what you love is emanating out of your body so strong. And the more you do it, the more your aura grows and grows and grows, until there's no one that can get in your way between you and what you love to do.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're so beautiful.
Can I ask one more question?
Totally, just get closer.
Okay. So lately I just have been, I was wondering, can you also kind of like tap into guides of other people? Or can you see the guides of other people?
Are you asking who your spirit guides are?
Yes. I have been channeling, you know, with my healing and with my voice and ceremonies. And I'm just wondering, for example, yesterday I had a beautiful peyote ceremony.
These are all elements of who you are. And what I'm getting strongly is Archangel Michael is always with you. That was the one thing that popped the moment you asked. And I'm sure you've heard that before.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I also get straight away goosebumps when you say that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That was the one thing that kept popping like 3 times, so it's here. But I welcome you to just allow for whatever comes to come, because it's all coming through you as one. Because we is all the same thing, and the moment you channel, the more open you are, the more you allow your voice to come through, the more of everything is going to come through you. You won't be able to recognize the sources, but it is all you.
What about if the energy is kind of like not pure?
I'm glad you asked that. So we, as empathic, energetic beings, constantly have different energies that get attached to us, and sometimes we perceive that to be us, but it's not. We can get ideas and actually hear people from across the room, from across the way, but the only thing that is our own inner voice is love, and anything that is not love is not our voice. But anytime we feel down, especially if we are going under any kind of medicines or we're drinking alcohol, other spirits tend to latch on to us. And for a while there, we may think that we are down. Like, especially if you're going to a peyote ceremony, there's a lot of spirits, right? The spirit world is open, or any kind of ceremony. And sometimes spirits latch on to our spirit. Yeah, so that happens all the time. And to differentiate the voice, you just have to sit in silence, be quiet, you know what to do, and just return back to who you are. And kindly make it leave. You know how to do that.
Yeah, I have a lot of help for that, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you know what to do? You got this. I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you so much.
So what do you think about this jealousy thing you brought up at the beginning?
Yeah, I already know it actually, what you told me, yeah. And yeah, it is just, I just have to trust, you know.
Remember, we have all come here to help each other grow. We didn't come here to control anybody. We came here to help other people realize freedom. So by putting handcuffs on people, we are cutting away their wings. Freedom means unconditional love, no matter what type of experience anybody wants to have, including ourselves, to make it okay for ourselves to have any type of experiences that we want to have, to make it normal, whatever words, noise we have coming in our head, to make all these experiences normal and not hold back, and to allow for other people to have the same type of life. Because when you give love, unconditional love, you give 100% freedom. And that means you want to go this way, I love you anyways. I'm going to look within myself and see what within myself doesn't allow me to be free, because I'm not allowing you to be free. Freedom is all there is, and this is why we are here. We've come to help each other experience freedom more and more. And other people will make us uncomfortable so we can become more free. They will trigger us because those are gifts constantly. And jealousy is beautiful. It's one of the emotions on the scale. Just one out of all of them. And we exist in every single emotion, and we get to choose which one we want to attach ourselves to. We can change the story. We can change the voice. Create a new story of love, of acceptance, of freedom, of abundance. Not lack, scarcity, limitation. Oh my God, he's going to leave me. Because when we go there in our mind, it's like it happened in real life. But you can change the story, create a new story, repeat a new story, do the daily rituals with a new story, embody a new story of love, compassion, understanding, freedom. Yeah? You're unstoppable. I love you. Yes. Was it useful? Yeah. Woo! Was it useful for anyone else? Yeah. Yummy. Thank you. Woo! Good job. Good job. I'm so happy you're channeling. You're doing what you love.
I'm also happy that you are channeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
love. It's love. And you can feel the purity of love. You can feel that I don't have a single bone. It's so pure that my cup of love is overflowing. So that when people come to me, I'm not taking on their stories because I have worked through all the stories. I've been writing my book for 6 years. I've worked through all of the stories. This is why now I can hold space for people in their stories, not attaching to their stories. I can hold space like a mirror, like a nothing, like an air. Because I can't give advice to anybody that they don't already know. I can just hold space for people's self-development because they're going to arrive at their own conclusions at their own times. I just have to be there, a mirror for them to help them realize that. Ask the right questions for them to get there. You know. Right?
Yes.
Meow. Meow. Thank you. Was it useful? Yeah. Great. Useful? Good. Thank you. What do you guys think? Should we get up and dance for a minute? Integrate all this? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. As a gratitude for every beautiful, beautiful soul that walks up here, you get one of my beautiful books, and I can autograph it later. So thank you. You get a book as well. Woo! Give them a hand. Thank you so much. Yay! Yeah, it's 6 years in the making. Yeah. Yummy.
Where is it going with the video?
Huh? Oh, we don't know yet. Probably. We don't know yet. Yeah, we're just making it for ourselves for now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love you. So writing, why I wrote a book, because it helped connect the dots. All the psychedelic medicines, all the meditations that I have done, the inner child work. To connect the dots, I wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote for 6 years, every single freaking day. And that's what really helped me embody the shifts within me, the writing. And you know, there's always higher levels of awareness. Higher and higher and higher until you feel like you really own it. And then no energy can really attach to you, or it bounces out really fast because you recognize who you are. Pew, pew. How do you guys feel about integration? Real quick, doing a little dance for all this. Yummy? Let's get up. Whoop. All right. Oops, my music got messed up. Here you go. It's another one of our songs called Just Believe. Take a deep breath. Remember, dance is integration from the knowing of the mind, all the downloads that we just received, to the rest of the body.
Through the murky waters. So do you have the chance to start every single day.
Feel the water that's inside of your body. Let it move you. Feel the fire. Feel the element of fire in your body. Burning, burning, burning bright.
Just believe.
Feel the element of wood. You have a solid foundation. You are strong. You are powerful. Feel the air. The air is all these beautiful ideas that you have. Just believe. Just believe. Don't judge. I see you dancing. You got this. Hey, I'm watching you. You're not dancing. Just believe. Just believe. Just believe. Sing the song of your soul. Trust your intuition. Express yourself. Do what brings you joy. Sing the song of your soul. Trust your intuition. Express yourself. Do what brings you joy. At the right place, doing the right thing. That's my mom. That was so cool. Woo! Cool. Have a seat. Have a seat. Was that fun? Cool. Who here wants to learn how to bend energy? Yeah. Sweet. I love that. Okay, Willie. Willie, you're up. So tell me, Willie, does anything trigger you at all? I know you're such a perfect being, but does anything ever trigger you? Grab the mic.
Let's see, trigger.
Like somebody says something ever, and you're just like, ah.
I think what probably triggers me is maybe when, it's nothing specific, but if I tell somebody something, we could be having a conversation, and I could be telling somebody, like, this is my point of view, and they just won't, no matter what I say, they're just gonna, like, always refute it or always find, like, they won't agree with me, right? Like, it could be anything, like, I don't know, let's say, doesn't matter how logical it is I'm coming at the situation or how understanding I try to be, like, they're always gonna, like argue with me, right? So at the point where I'm like, why even argue? I'm just gonna like not even try to argue with them. So I guess maybe that kind of triggers me. Maybe when somebody's not like exchanging in dialogue and they're just like closed off to their point of view, I guess. Yeah.
How does it make you feel when people disagree with you?
Like, I don't mind it as much. It's just more so like when they're just closed off. So it's like, okay, you could disagree with me, but like, I guess they don't even have an open mind to even like kind of like put themselves in my shoes and see it through my point of view. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, do you see the world from their point of view?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I have the capacity to do it, and I think when I do, it's like when I have compassion for them, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is just the level that they're at this time in life, and like, you know, this is what they see at the time, and it's like maybe they're just not ready to open their mind and see different viewpoint, different perspectives, you know. Yeah.
You know, the only reason why you hear what you hear is for your personal growth. So if it triggers you, what they say, that means there's a lesson in there for you. Because we only attract into our sphere that which we are until we change our own vibrational state. And then we begin almost automatically causing these old frequency people around us to bounce out because we are at a different state now. And then we start attracting brand new vibration because we have worked on our own selves. We've done the daily rituals. We have learned the different vibrational states. Then we no longer attract the same situations, the same people, the same circumstances because we ourselves have changed.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, they're just reflecting something that I need to see from myself, right, from within me, and they're just reflecting it back to me.
Can I teach you a trick?
Yeah, for sure.
How to bend energy at the moment where you're like, ugh.
Yes, teach me. I want to learn.
I love you. Okay, so what happens when somebody expresses their opinion? At that moment, you're a whole universe, they're a whole universe. They're giving you a collective experience, and usually 95% of people come from lower vibrational states, lower consciousness. So what they're giving you at that moment is all of their crap, all their unhealed childhood wounds, their ancestor wounds, their mom and dad issues. At that second, they're giving it all to you for you to deal with. So it doesn't matter what you're talking about. At that moment, they are giving you who they are with all of the pain. But if you think about them as being a collective, a whole universe, with all these emotions, with all that past, and you are also a whole universe, all these emotions and all the past, when you receive that information, when you're triggered, where do you feel the energetic bomb? Like in the chest or in the stomach, right?
Yeah, mostly this area.
And it comes like a soccer ball that you like hit in the chest, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So at that moment, you've received collective lower vibrational state. It's not this person. This is collective for you to deal with so you can raise your own vibrational state. So now you have received it. Observe that feeling. So what people want to, what most humans want to do is right away project back.
Yeah.
So it stops them from going inwards. Wow, hello. It stops them from going inwards. So what you do, because you're here now, is you take that energy and instead of projecting out, you go inside. And now you take deeper breaths. Slowing down the rhythm of the mind. You literally visualize in this moment that soccer ball that's inside your chest or your belly, and let that supercharged energy disperse through the body. Zzz, zzz, zzz. With the power of your breath, visualizing the dispersion of energy, it loses power. And now, since you've calmed down your breath, you can ask your subconscious questions. Am I being triggered? Yes. Is this something from my childhood? When is the first memory I can recall that I felt this way? My mom, my dad, they did this. See, the subconscious loves questions. We just have to ask ourselves the questions and slow down and not react. Be proactive about it. So now you ask yourself the question. Most likely, something happened to you in childhood. Oh, the same feelings are being triggered right now again, so I can work on them. Huh. But am I perfect? Am I good enough? Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah, for sure.
Is this person perfect? Is he or she good enough?
Yeah, everybody is. We're all one. Yeah.
Is it just a point of view? Am I just taking this personally? Oh, okay. It's just another point of view from a human being who's had so much pain. So now from that balanced place, you can communicate because you are no longer triggered. You've literally bent energy, you transmuted reality because now you speaking back to the same person, you're speaking with love. Not the same energy that you received from them. You've transmuted that energy.
Yeah.
You went back, you checked in. And the more often you do this, the more often you slow down, the sooner and easier it is later on to not take things personally because you can do this faster.
Yeah, true, yeah. It's just practice, right? Over and over. Yeah.
Yes. And every time you win this battle to react, deep down inside, you're going to be like a cheerleader. Woo!
Yes.
Yeah. Because ultimately, we're here for peace, to experience peace, and we can experience it anytime by doing that inner work, by understanding that nothing that happens is personal, that it's just one perfect universe of emotions, one perfect bag of the past walking around, one perfect universe, one perfect bag of the past. So next time somebody triggers you with their own opinion, what are you going to do?
Yeah, for me, I'm just gonna like, just what you showed me, just go back inside with myself. And really just have compassion, have love, I feel, at the end of the day, because I know like they might be going through pain. And just teaching me a lesson as well for myself to learn. We're all learning from each other.
Right.
So for sure, like I feel like having that mindfulness next time it happens and just being able to have that mindfulness every time it happens, I'll get better at it so it doesn't trigger me.
Yes.
At least not to that level extreme. Like I'll have more understanding of it, for sure.
So we can only give to other people that which we are. So if we have more compassion toward ourselves, this is why the inner child work is so amazing. We always understand that we're just a child trying our best. No matter how we look on the outside, we're still a little kid. So if we have more compassion for ourselves, if we're more forgiving toward ourselves, then we could do the same thing for others. But we can't do it for others unless we're doing that for ourselves, day in and day out. We can't tell people to be more compassionate, more forgiving, more loving if we aren't that ourselves.
Yeah, that's true, for sure.
That's why these things keep coming back around and around, so we can learn how to be more compassionate toward ourselves, our inner child, more forgiving, more loving. Because these are all lower vibrational states. 95% of people live in the lower vibrational states in the pyramid of consciousness in the book. And 95% of people are there, and we are here, so we're definitely not there. I mean, we have all the emotions all the time, but we get to choose where we want to reside. And until we overcome the lower vibrational states, the shame, guilt, the jealousy, the abandonment issues, we cannot elevate up to tap into the flow, to really truly experience bliss, joy, peace, compassion. See, what most people try to do is they try to push away these lower vibrational states. But part of the human experience, human experiment, is to feel all of these lower vibrational states, so that way when you are around other people who are experiencing it, you can hold space for them and you don't get caught up in their story. The only reason why we get caught up in other people's stories is because we are still there ourselves.
Well, yeah, that's deep right there. Yeah, it's a good, deep insight. For sure.
Because we're only triggered by the things that we haven't overcome yet. Over and over and over and over again until we're like, okay, I'm going to go sit inside and understand what's really going on here so I can feel those feelings. I hate to feel it, but I have to feel it in order to overcome it. So it fades away, so it no longer is reflected back to me.
Yeah.
Woo!
Wow. Yeah.
Like? You like?
Yeah, that was deep. Yeah.
I love you.
Thanks. Yeah.
Woo! Was it useful for anyone else? Yum. Yeah. Thank you, Willie. Give him a hand. You'll get a book too. Meow. So any questions on this energy transmutation? No? So it's basically, just like I described, there's a ball of energy that's coming from another universe, which is another human being, and they're giving us all of their crap. They want us to deal with it. And usually what most people are taught to do is what? Project back. No, I didn't do it. Or blah, 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 blah. And they're stopping themselves from their own process of self-development. We're just conditioned that way. So then we never fully understand that this is our chance, this is a gift to go on an inner journey to understand these lower vibrational states, to understand the stories. Thanks, Willie.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else have a question? Does anyone else want to come up here? Do you want to come up? You're good? You want to come up? Yeah. Welcome. Give him a hand. Woo! Yes. Hi, what's your name?
Hassan.
Hassan. Thank you, Hassan. I'm Dasha.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What question do you have? Can you have the mic?
Question?
Anything that you want, do you want to know?
Like when you say we have to feel the energy that comes from the another person, how we do it that on like the practical way, you know, like
So, whenever somebody communicates, you can feel kind of what they're feeling, right? At that moment, you can feel what they're feeling.
if I am living the moment, you know, like because
Right.
sometimes we are speaking, but I'm not with you, yes? So I have to be here and now so I can feel.
Yes. So the first thing is to be completely and totally present means that we're not thinking about what happened before and what's going to happen in the future, because it doesn't exist. Every moment is just another now moment. Right now, right now, right now, right now. It's just a picture, chick, 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 that keeps moving, right?
Yes.
So to be fully present means we're not thinking about before, we're not thinking about after.
Okay.
So that's when we can truly feel what is really going on, because we can feel each other. We are one in this moment, in this conversation.
And when you feel like someone is with high energy more than you,
Mm-hmm.
that limit yourself to go and speak with him, or you know, like sometime you meet some advanced version of you.
Mm-hmm.
So how you attract with that, you know, like you have to go and do it, or I don't know if you understand the
Yeah,
question.
I do.
Yeah.
So here's where intuition comes in. Does your intuition say, go over there, talk to this person? Does it?
Yes.
So that's what you got to do.
Okay.
That's part of trust. Because when the spirit speaks through, it may be for any variety of reasons. You just got to follow. When somebody tells you to call somebody, it's never for the same reason. That's just the universe speaking through that person for a much bigger reason.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever you hear that intuition, you gotta be like, yes, sir. You have to listen and you have to trust.
So I'm trying to leave that for the last like 6 or 7 days. Here, it's very challengeable because it's very easy to say and it's hard to do. So, but you leave it like this, like you feel you want to speak with her, you go and speak with her.
Why? Because I do something called the 7 daily rituals. So in the beginning of the day, I have a daily practice that tunes me in to my higher self. My forgiveness practice, I look at my vision board, and this is what I teach in the book and my courses, is when the beginning of the day, when I tune myself into me, which is the best version of myself, higher frequency, I do the forgiveness practice, I do the gratitude journal, I do the meditation. Then throughout the day, there's little signs called synchronicities, little impulses that help guide me toward my goals and toward my vision.
Cool. So you don't plan your day. You go where the world will take you.
I write a to-do list the night before, and my mind gets programmed to what needs to be done. And then when I do my daily rituals, my intuition and my higher self aligns me with everything that needs to be done.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
And here now you got a book, and you're gonna know how to do it too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Was that useful for anyone else? Yeah? Meow! Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for being here. So intuition, it's a really cool topic, right? Like following that inner voice within. What happens when you don't follow your intuition? Huh? Regret. Pain. Ultimately, a lot of pain. Because your higher self already knows what it wants to do, and you have to learn how to listen, to do the daily rituals, to create a vision, to learn to listen. A lot of people don't listen because of check boxes, because of families, because of the things that they're supposed to be doing, because they never learned. They don't teach us in school how to trust our intuition, how to live a life in a world thinking in limitless terms. So we are limited, confined in a box. Go to work, get a job, you'll be happy. But then what happens when you do all these things and you're still not happy? And your intuition is telling you, sing. And you're like a lawyer and you have kids and you're like, but I can't. That's the biggest lesson in life. And this is why I wrote this book, is because I wanted to know the cause of cancer. When my mom passed away 6 years ago, she woke me up. I was the anti-drugs girl. I was like, I'll just stick to my alcohol, you do your drugs. Until I found ayahuasca and realized how much anger I had inside of my body toward my own mom because of the strict ways that she raised me. I wanted to change the way that I looked because I hated my reflection, because I looked like her. And then through the writing of the book, over 30 people told me I should write. Thank you, Mike. And I figured the universe was just telling me, write, write, write. So then I started writing because I was so inspired to share the different medicines that I learned, the psychedelic medicines, the breath work, the meditation, the Wim Hof, the I am affirmations. And my life began to change. I was communicating with spirit. I let spirit be my coach. And 6 years later, the dots all connected. And I hope I can inspire each and every one of you here to write, to sing, to express yourself, to embody and feel how truly amazing and magical you are. That there's no one out there like you. And your gifts and talents, they change the world. No one's gonna do what you do. You do it best. There's not another replica. And when the intuition speaks and it says, do this, do this, do this, that's a sign. Because success is progress. Do you have a question? Yeah. Advice on how to tune intuition. Yes, tune into intuition. So what I like to do is create a vision board. That's the first step that I teach, is to create this vision board with the 7 Fs, with the 7 frequencies. Vision board, does anyone here know the vision board, what a vision board is? Cool, everybody. So I created a specific way to create it with the 7 Fs that was channeled through me. And now it looks like the Kabbalah. When you create that vision, and then you follow through with the daily rituals, you slowly start to trust that inner voice that's communicating with you. I feel like that trust is developed over time, because we're conditioned a certain way of living our whole life. And in order to change that way of living, to change that program, we have to create a new program to repeat every single day until our new program becomes our norm. Because we're all just computers with DNA. And we can change that DNA, we can change ourselves with repetition. And in order to hear that inner voice, we have to stay by ourselves, spend time in solitude, do our daily rituals. Because we cannot hear our inner voice when there's always noise around. When we're constantly spending time with people, when we are partying, we get lost in the madness. Nature is a healer. Super Waters, spending a lot of time alone, writing, singing, camping. There's nothing more beautiful than having a relationship with our inner self. And that's the success in life, is that progress to build that relationship with the inner self, with that voice within, and following through and overcoming our own lower vibrational states, overcoming the past. Because when we heal ourselves, our lower vibrational states, we are doing that for 7 generations past and 7 generations forward. We impact every single person who comes in our proximity. When we heal ourselves, we become other people's mother, father, sister, brother. Every moment, you are that somebody for somebody else. This is why those words, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, are so powerful. Because it doesn't matter what somebody's going through, just with those words, you become